So, today, we're going to be playing a bit more Genshin, because I just can't get enough of this new update.
Yep.
So, for today, we'll be hopping into the world quest that they have for this new region. We're starting off with the Apocalypse Bunker here, and depending on how long that takes, we might go on to the other one as well. But yeah, this should be a lot of fun. It made a very interesting start for itself. And I'm very interested to see what sort of secrets lie underneath this place.
You're dead meat!
I've still been building my Columbina up a bit. Still not really getting any good artifacts for her, but she's still doing pretty well, all things considered.
Surge.
I guess her natural skills are honestly more than sufficient for her now. I'm almost hesitant to give her an actual full set of the matching artifacts yet, because she seems to be doing really well with just these. But yeah, let us explore the Apocalypse Bunker. Exploring up ahead. Alright. Let's see. What the heck do we have down here? I almost had a heart attack. Why did the alarm go off at the second we walked in? Why don't we take a look at the terminal? We might find something useful there. Yeah, just don't be at all worried about this clear abyssal energy just pouring in from around this place. System error. Ooh. This is interesting. Cool. Access granted. Welcome to the Bunker Access Terminal Service. Let me see, let's look at a map of the bunker. But the keycard we got last time seems to only give access to the Research Zone 1. Check status on Research Zone 1. Generating status report. Please wait. Research Zone 1. Warning. High concentration of abyssal contamination detected. Current risk of overflow extreme. Apocalypse purification system blocked. Maintenance personnel have been dispatched. Time elapsed since previous maintenance request. Error. Standard hours. Please do not panic, resident. Stay calm and await subsidiary supervisory instructions. Now, the purification system is completely useless. Alright, Pound thinks we should understand now. The apocalypse actually the abyssal contamination, right? Bunker was built to keep out the abyss, but the contamination inside ended up being worse than anything out there. That's why I failed to keep out the abyss. We have to figure out more details than this, otherwise the contamination is gonna spill out. Let's take a look. Very interested to see what's inside a bunker here, where they also ask for weapons, so if things do get ooh. Full floor elevator. More robots. Checking supplies. Thank you.
Is this an answer from this world?
Ah, okay. What about this room up here? Can I open that door? Alright. The music here strongly adds to the atmosphere, giving a very spooky vibe. Uh-oh. We can't fight? Hello, Iris. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. We're just getting started here. We're exploring a bunker that got corrupted by the apocalypse. A Rip Town. We don't have any weapons. The purification system has to do its job. Ooh, blocked. Manual activation required. Worked pretty well. Operating at partial capacity. Thank you for your service technician. Please proceed to the secondary purification device and repair the process. Keep calm and carry on. Now that's an old meme. Haven't heard that in years now. But yeah, we don't have any of our weapons on us right now because they asked for us to put them away for this bunker here for whatever reason. But yeah, it's proven to be very interesting so far. Thought maybe the Oculus would be... Ah, it's right there. It's kind of sucked out. Oh, call left. I tried to outsmart it by thinking that the Oculus would be below it, but no. Live from kaput. Good thing you're not hurt.
Is this an answer from this world?
Hello there. Backup components. This place is cool. Yeah, this is the game with Paimon. Right there. Yeah, they can kind of blur together at some point if you're not actually playing them. Lots of levers to pull, apparently. Lots of valves, I should say. The music does a good job of keeping the tension up. I'll give it that. Didn't like this at all. Keep your guard up. If you don't take your weapons, I took our weapons away, so no point going on it right now. No. We gotta actually sneak. They never use this component in normal gameplay. Destroy chests to attract monsters. I imagine only the cracked ones I can break. I guess I can just break this one and make a run for it? I don't exactly have a prompt to break it. Ah, one with one of those. Cookie. Roll. Stealthin'. Now I gotta get up there. Just turn around, little dog. Don't mind the floating rock. There's one right there. Hey! Oh no. No, that got a little caught there. Why'd it put me here? I don't really see an armor chest I can break to draw their attention. Oh, there's one right there. Quickly. Greed, greed.
A reward on the road.
Greed, greed, greed. Ooh, bloodstained logs. I've been tricked, I've been tricked, I've been tricked. There's no treasure, there's never any damn treasure in this cursed place. And someone was deliberately set as bait. I should have known the terminal was placed in such an obvious spot. If there was treasure here, we all would have heard about this place in Notchtown, but no one's ever mentioned it. I mean, no one who's been here has lived to tell a tale about it. Doors sealed and the elevators left. I guess only activating some unrecognizable vulgar word. Purification system found from outside can reopen the door. There's no way out ever again. Gonna die here. Don't want to die here. I shouldn't have joined this Sea Hook gang. I started taking the work from those overfed and self-indulged Fontines instead. Anyone, I don't care. I don't care how many it takes. I don't care as long as I don't die here, I don't want to die. There's water. These plants seem edible. I'm going to survive. I have to survive. Sooner or later, some unlucky bastard will be blurred here by the signal again. Ooh, uncensored bastard. There are kids that play this game. When he opens the door, I'll grab my knife and take him. Take his belongings and escape this place. I'll survive. I won't starve to death here. I won't die. Something's not right. I can't think of it since I came here. I haven't seen a single... No, this isn't right. I couldn't possibly be the first person to wander into this place. If that signal had been broadcasting all this time, then plenty of people will have come here in already. There are plenty of marks covered by the treasure hoarders by the corners on the walls, too. But I can't make sense of what they mean. Could it be that they're still... There just stops here. The last word mysteriously left half unwritten. Oh, that's comforting. Uh-oh. Run! Running! Woo! I'm more of a cat person anyway! Please proceed the protocol to the purification. Maintenance complete. Apocalypse purification system operating normally. Keycard unlocked. Don't forget to reach your keycard. Have a wonderful day. Looking closely, this car seems to be different from color than the one we got earlier. The pound doesn't know who left us here, but we should take it. Maybe we can find his owner. Alright, there doesn't seem to be anyone else here. Especially by that note we found.
I'll keep this close.
I doubt we'll find anyone here. I got another one of those seals. To Miss Grazina, if you find this note, please come meet me in the tool room. Master Thief Reed Miller. Ah, Reed Miller, that one again. The name keeps showing up around these Nod Krai world quest. He was a great thief that apparently lived in the past, and we're trying to collect all his relics from the past to unlock some sort of great big treasure. Uh-oh. Oh, more. There's more than one. At least we're not completely without ways to defend ourselves here.
From this world?
What about this way? We'll go this way first. Oh wait, there's loops back there. Alright. Ooh, what is down there? We know it's the abyss, but it does not look good. I assume we'll get over there at some point. You know, I should, eat some to help my stamina. There. Another Oculus. Maintenance order for Research Zone 1 complete. Expected duration exceeded by 3,942,176 hours. A report of negligent conduct has been issued for the subsidiary authority. Oh yeah, please, definitely get some sleep if you need some, Iris. Have a good night. Thanks for hopping in while you could. How many hours? Well, probably only remember the first number. How many others have there been left? Were there after that at that 3? Access updated. Senior Technician Koltenkov. Welcome to the Bunker Access Terminal server. Does this thing mean the think we're the maintenance workers sent by to repair the purification system? Have a good night, sleep well, get some good rest. Pound guesses that means we can access in more places now. Let's see, this appears to be Research Zone 2. Generating status reports. Please wait. Research Zone 2 warning. High concentration of abyssal contamination and signs of ultimate calamity has been detected. Apocalypse purification system damaged. Senior Technician Kotelnikov, please proceed to perform repairs under the protection of the guard escort. A guard escort? I don't see any guards around here. Wait a sec, what did it say it had detected? Can you say Guard Captain Paimon? Paimon will keep you safe, is what Guard Captain Paimon would say if she had a weapon. Unfortunately, you'll have to watch your own back. But if the apocalypse is actually just an abyssal monster, then it's probably the source of the place's contamination. If we can take it down, the abyssal contamination should be here clean up once and for all. Let's head to Research Zone 2. I like this little computer menu they've given us. Can't open? Yeah. We got some pure energy dripping in here, keeping these flowers alive. Watering the flowers. Doesn't want me to... That worked.
Is this an answer from this world?
So quiet now. Where's the music go? I've been watching a bunch of horror content lately in the late hours of night, so I even woke up at around 3 a.m. randomly because feeling scared. There's a gap. Little Mandragora's in here. I wonder what they kept in these tanks. And what's this button do? Communications log. Secure communication channel established. Loading data. Access granted. Wishing you a wonderful day in the post-apocalyptic world. Researcher Grazina. 2. Supervisor R.M. Morozov. I hereby submit the final evaluation of the purification effects of the new plant variety, hereinafter referred to as the experimental plant, on abyssal corruption. Please consider this letter my most formal request. After months of controlled experiments, we confirmed that the experimental plants demonstrate exceptional efficiency in processing high concentrations of abyss corruption and waste materials. In experiment site number 2, the specimen successfully blocked all abyssal corruption originating from outside the bunker within a short time frame, reflecting in a pure form, thereby effectively eliminating monsters that had previously been extremely difficult to deal with. There's no doubt that this is the unprecedented breakthrough. I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity you have given us. This success is as much yours as it is ours. However, I must also report the significant latent risk associated with such experiments. As I have repeatedly emphasized before, potential scenarios in which apocalyptic contamination could be released and incidents of personal casualties resulting from the escape of the abyssal monsters are all beyond the scope of our ability for subjective control. Among the most recent victims was even a child. Oh, under a blank years old. Yikes. I am fully aware that Pava's death from illness was in no way a tragedy you wish to witness, and that you exerted every effort to save that child. However, as long as experiments of this nature continue to advance, the risk of contamination leakage will only grow more severe. Our responsibility is to erect a barrier that shields humanity from catastrophe. Under no circumstances should we seek to test the limits of that darkness. Forgive my bluntness, but the continuation of these experiments has become entirely meaningless. Unless your intention, if I may speak frankly, is simply to permit even more otherworldly entities to pour into our bunker. Based on the aforementioned reasons, and on behalf of the research team, I hereby submit the following request. Immediately cease all further testing for the purification system. Thoroughly eliminate all bits of live experimental specimens in our custody, and ensure that no monster collection activities are conducted in any form. Please approve as soon as possible. Sincerely, Senior Researcher G. Mike Kuliko. So yeah, lots of dark stuff happened here. Connect here. Come on. Connect. Some sort of experiments running here with abyssal life. Something about raising a shield to protect themselves, but clearly can only do so much. Supervisor R.M. Morozov. Mr. Kotel... these names. Mr. Kotelnikov went to service the purification system in experimental site number 1. Contact was lost shortly thereafter. What happened? Sincerely, Makulko. However you say it. Come on. That's why I'm certain not passing up on them or missing them. They seem to be on a different level from me. There you are. Claw marks for more rift hounds. It's gone quiet again. No music.
Is this an answer from this world?
Debug. Wishing you a wonderful day in the post-apocalyptic world. To Supervisor R.M. Morolov, another person redacted died. How many more deaths do you want to see? Stop this redacted experiment immediately, or I will redact you redacted and feed it to the redacted. I know you saw Morolov. Stop playing dead. Yikes, shit, this... They are mad. Reasonably so. If people are dying from the experiments, and the head researcher is not, doing anything about it. Keep calm and carry on. Let the world outside burn in the apocalypse. We will endure silent, safe, and forever in the reach of abyssal contamination. That's actually just kind of getting creepy now. I don't like the sound that they got going on. Ooh. Goodness gracious. Do you ever worry that the epoxy might leak into the bunker? Such Johnny may be a sign of abyssal contamination. Please report it immediately. Okay, we're playing an actual horror game now. This is sick. I like this. I like this a lot.
Is this an answer from this world?
There's dark stuff happening here, and it's freaking me out. What the hell? Abnormal. Marvel at the foresight of Professor Rotlog. Even as apocalypse has swept mankind, this beacon of humanity still burns bright. What the hell? Clock's prohibited operating normally. Please sample. How's he remotely normal? Kingvaki, if we learn there, make it smash him open. Ouch. Doing good. Just keep doing more of that. I missed. Got it. This is cool. I like this a lot.
I'll keep this close. Hip.
I never expected to play a horror themed Genshin thing. To RM. I apologize, Supervisor Morozov, for losing control of my emotions earlier. To ensure the survival of the post-apocalyptic bunker, I would like to have proper conversation with you in person. Sincerely, Makilo. Maybe we just try a different approach in order to get to him. If and being confrontational won't work, then try playing nice. Playing along. Maintenance complete. Apocalypse purification system operating normally. Keycard unlocked. Don't forget to receive your keycard. Have a wonderful day. This time the keycard's golden. Terminal report before said mentioned signs of larger monster activity in the research zone 2. There's no way it could be talking about the one we just saw, surely. Pound didn't get it. For now, let's head back to the terminal and see what this card unlocks. Ah, I see you. How can I get to you, though? This appears to be the attendance log in the research staff. For some reason, as time goes on, fewer and fewer names seem to appear. Yeah, for some reason. Oh, hello there. Hiding in the corner like that.
I'll keep this close.
Notes filled with dense, highly technical botany theory. Unfortunately, besides Amerda scholars in Sumeru, few might be able to make sense of it. At least we got a nice little piece of furniture from this. The outside world just gone. The bitch gobbled it all up. Alright, on to the next floor. Will get even spookier than this. We got mad experiments going on here, people dying, a mad scientist. Access updated. Senior researcher Grzina, welcome to the Bunker Access Terminal server. Looks like the key you just picked up still works. Which makes Paimon think that this Grzina person must have a pretty big deal. They seem to have access to the entire bunker. Looks like the only place we haven't been to is the supervisory office. If the apocalypse thing is still hanging around, it's still the only place it could be. Paimon thinks that whatever this is probably not that scary since things wouldn't want it to hide from us. Better keep our eyes peeled. Don't need to underestimate the enemy. Alright, let's go check out the supervisor room. Navigate to target area. Here we go. I was looking down, didn't see the first one. We're gonna have to fight in here? Grazina, you backstabbing snake! How dare you show yourself before me! Watch out! Monster seems to have been lured out! No, you're not Grazina. I can't detect your scent. What are you? A living being or another spirit flying aimlessly across the deveiled sky? Or whatever it's said. No living creature can enter this grave. Their grave, our grave. Answer me, did Professor Rock send you here? Has the monster forgiven me? Are you the Apocalypse? Apocalypse? Look at this world out there, and the apocalypse is already descended upon us! Young Solove tried to stop it, and Brahi was who impersonated Reed Miller. Even that treacherous snake, Grazina, she tried to stop it too, but their efforts were all in vain. It still came. My master, Professor Watwag, reduced this pathetic world to ashes with the Sampo. After all that destruction, this bunker is all that remains, isolated in the bedeviled sky. God damn it, Sampo, you can't even stop causing troubles from Starville. You gotta cause troubles in our world too. You think the world's been destroyed? The world has nothing but caskets for those things beyond their time. I know not from whence you came, but I've already broken free of the celestial shell. No longer to suffer the shackles of gravity and fate. And you are no servant of my master, yet neither of you are just another fool. Will you join us, become with our flesh and blood, or will you become death right here? Join, or die. World hasn't been destroyed, and you're at the bottom of the sea. Enough! Cease your vicious lies! Vile desecrator! My master would not see me. We exist amid the bedeviled sky. Let them be interred in the ruins that extinguished the world. Only we shall continue our existence amid the bedeviled sky. Master, bear witness. There's no way. Let's try using the plans to deal with it. Let's do this. Oh, this is gonna be a long one. Come back, little Mandragora. You went too far. There. Alright. Come on, hit me. I like this music that they got here. It's so cool. Is that the best you can do? Big Mandragora! Those spirit booms over there. They look different to you. Oh. Got more of them. I need to wait for a counter now. Honestly, the music feels like something out here in like an old Metroid game. We win! Phew, that's that dealt with. What an annoying little... Seemed convinced Tabat was destroyed and we were outside the city sky. Let's just forget about that idiot, right? Looks like we dealt with that thing, whether it was the apocalypse or just the abyss. At least the Mandragora is. Yeah, and they better give credit to the researcher, Grazina, right? Who wonders what happened to her? Alright, let's just about wraps everything up. Wait, what's this? Ah, not one of those. There it is. Shoulder, you ever wish to leave this place, please give this item to the member of the treasure hoarders. they'll guide you to me, Master Thief Reed Miller. The proof of cognoscenti? What's that doing in a place like this? Literally lit by Reed Miller himself. This place means we're in one step closer to the great treasure. I can't wait to find out what it is. I already found 4 of the cognoscentis, right?
A reward on the road.
Head over to Pyramida. Terminal. At least the Mandragores are having fun now. For a spooky, evil bunker that did probably human experiments, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's get out of here. Retrieve a weapon from the mechanism. Fresh air. Still stuffy in there. After all that, there's never any pockets to begin with. Even without that here is fine and dandy, there's still plenty of life. Alright. Guess we're going to Pyramida. You'll need to find one more of those cognoscenti things. Tolfin, what are you doing here? Ah, fantastic. Just to do what I was waiting for. How did you know we come here? Have you been following us since we left party at Blue Ember Lake? Ha, I was only kidding. I came to visit my parents and just so happened to be running errands here in Pyramida when I spotted the 2 of you. Pamacies. Wait, so you have family here? What's strange about that? Just like a raven is born to raven parents, people don't magically appear out of thin air. There's no payment. Though kind of think of it, we're not really that close, and I want to see how it is. Oh, it's kind of a personal question. Can I ask you something that's not so personal? Good idea. Tolfin knows about everyone and everything. He might just know have the info we need. We found a bunker in the pocket. We found a bunker and found our piece. So Tolfin, do you have any idea where the last proof of cognoscenti might be? I do have a few thoughts, however. Seeing as it's you, you'll probably be fine. From everything I've heard about your adventures, I believe you'll be able to overcome the trial. And the trial? What's it gonna be? Of course not, because I have total confidence in your abilities. The last proof of cognoscenti is actually in with my grandmother. I'm on my way to visit her now, so why don't you tag along? Seriously, what are the chances? Tolfin's grandmother? What do you think she's like? What does she think like? Do you think she has the sweet kind of lady who loves to tell stories? She does tell stories, but never mind. You'll see when we get there. Okay. And just so happens to be real close to where we're supposed to give the pieces. What are you doing out here in the middle of nowhere, though, on our own? Well, look who's remembered to visit. Did you take care of that matter for me, you little brat? Of course I didn't. Would I dare show up my face around here if I hadn't? This is my grandmother, though I'm sure she'd rather be known as, Hilgetta, the Black Barrel Hag, than a failed merchant's grandmother. She don't look anything like Tolfin at all. She's far too serious. I hear that a lot, but back at the end of the day, we're family, and we're a lot more likely than people think. This is the Traveler in Paimon, and they've already found the other proofs of cognoscentis. Ah, so you already found the other 4? Well, that makes it take some real talent, but I'm afraid you're going to have to let me see the talent for myself. Seeing as the brat brought you in, I won't make things hard for you. How about we just trade for a few moves? Hold on a second, this is something that doesn't feel right about this. And what exactly is the problem? If you want to get your hands on that great treasure, you'll naturally need to get past me first. She just no bag of bones, but once he sees you, everything you do, everything will be on the table. Come on, it's in your hands now.
Come on, then. Show me what you've got.
Get about the thing I got. I don't want you to hold back anything or... Oh, she's actually holding on.
For the everlasting.
Alright then.
A moonlit night for all.
Oh, and there she goes. Guess I spoke too soon. Not bad at all. You do have promise. Here, take the proof of cognoscenti, and that's all that you've been seeking. But if you want to claim the great treasure, there's still one final path you need to tread. Not that it'll hold her back, not considering how sharp her little lass is. She's a far more fitting heir to the treasure hoarders than you are, you useless lump. Heir to the treasure hoarder is me. So Granny's a treasure hoarder, and Tolfin, you too? I guess you could say that. Probably never would have guessed. You didn't seem like look like a treasure hoarder. Tolfin, you knew about this all along. I had no idea. You probably didn't pay that much attention to an NPC body or feature? Don't tell me you didn't explain it to them. Were you really planning to deliver the great treasure to a couple of know-nothings who couldn't tell a treasure hoarder if they introduced themselves and brought them to the grandmother? They show what they have what it takes to gather the proof of cognoscenties, and handle your challenge just fine. In fact, weren't you praising them just now? You little... Alright, don't give yourself a heart attack. I'll explain everything to them right now. I'll see to that she's willing to be the treasure hoarder heir, exactly as you wanted. And you don't think you can make all that happen... Make all that clear to them lickety split? What are you so worried about? You almost shut up about how I'm just like that good for nothing Brahi. At least I inherited his gift for smooth talking, didn't I? Leads you to the quiet corner to talk. So what's really going on here? All we heard is that if we collect all 5 proofs, then we can find the great treasure hidden in the east of the moon, west of the sun. Are you still telling me Paimon would have to take over the leaders of the treasure hoarders just to get the Reed Miller's treasure? Honestly, all this air talk is that we're gonna Paimon out. Hard to imagine anyone leading the treasure hoarders. Exactly, there are people who call themselves treasure hoarders in every corner of the Tevat these days, and that's where the problem lies. Well, we might be able to face reality. My stubborn old grandmother still dreams of the day when treasure hoarders can restore their glory to the days of Reed Miller. She fantasizes that someone will come along and really rally the masses, let the dead bury the dead, and rise to build an Elysium for hungry and poor on the wealth of the high and haughty. While most of us haven't heard how Reed Miller stole from the rich and helped the poor, very few know that the treasure hoarders once defended Elysium from the dark abyss. It was the treasure hoarders' golden age. It was the worst of times, and yet somehow it was also the best. I don't know. Maybe things are still the same today. But that era has passed, and she'll have to accept that someday. You're not wrong, but what are we supposed to do about it? Before we go any further, I want to serve as the heir to the treasure hoarders and see that Reed Miller's dream is fulfilled. I mean, I have my own dreams to fulfill, but I just wanted to get the treasure. Just I thought. Then how about we do it this way? Let's put on a little show. Another one. That's what you said back at the Blue Lake, Amber Lake. Sure you helped us get the proof of cognoscency back then, but who knows when you'll use the same sneaky tricks on us. Why would I do anything to thwart you when you're already such good friends? Now, instead of being suspicious, how about we focus on what we're going to say? You have brief discussion about Tolfin about how to convince the Hill Jeddah. According to Tolfin, simply mentioning the name Averlane should be enough to gain her trust. If she ever brings up the name Brahi, all you have to say is that you don't agree with his methods. As for who those two actually are, Tolfin says it's a long story and promises to explain everything in detail when he gets a chance. So, what do you say, little lass? Are you in? I will fulfill Averlane's dream. Good, that's the spirit. If it weren't for that little brat acting like he had for the good-nothing Brahi, Protocol wouldn't have been scattered and lost for so long. We're nothing like Tolfin, or that Brahima fellow. You can rest assured. Even I have to admit that she's the most suitable candidate to inherit the great treasure. Let's settle. All that's left is you to retrieve the great treasure, and that treasure site you'll likely run into a few tricks left behind by good for nothing. I'm sure you'll be able to handle anything he came up with. Thomas has no idea who the East Moonless Sun could be, though. All that, it's just beyond the horizon, so you can get so close you can touch it. But also, I won't be joining you for the next trial, so here's wishing you all the best. Still, I'll be in a Pyramida for a little while longer, so please let me know if anything goes well. I'm killing you both. Alright then. Let's go see.
They call this a pleasant surprise, right?
Alright, let's open it up. All 5 proofs. Let's see what the great treasure is. Let's check it out. There might be treasure waiting for us to find. we're somewhere now. Lots of little weasels around here. Gold is noble and silver is bright. But which metal would truly please the iron-faced gatekeeper's sight? A saying goes like calls to like, so perhaps the answer is already cut and dried. A line of tiny text is written on the corner of the notice. Easy to miss if one is paying attention. And if all fails, only my brute force still makes you the hero. Look, 3 keys. Silver? Alright. Gold. Oh yeah, brute force net. That's so tough it makes rocks feel inadequate. Well, we got through. Almost like an iron coin. Doesn't much any of the iron coins. I'm not sure what it does, but let's hang on to it. Alright. Dynamite's close to barrel. Super dangerous. Alright. Within this little plot, both dangers and luck are found. To tell the fake from the real, look at where the strange rock's lights look where the strange rock lights to the ground. The main gate is locked down hard, so don't bother trying until the sky falls apart. He said, where the strange rock lights the ground. Strange rock lights the ground. This one? No. Strange rock lights the ground. Hey. And this one? Nope.
Forest?
Oh yeah, a treasure at least.
Did they run from home too?
Strange rock lights the ground. So go let her dig there. Oh. This one. I do not know what strange rock lights the ground. Hey.
You ain't messing around! Well, how about that?
Two primos, two primo. Is it not even on this little slope here? Is it somewhere else? Ah. Well, well, well. Alright, well, might as well dig up there once if there's any more easy money.
I could make a tidy sum selling some of this.
you have. At least I figured it out before I dug up all of them. Ah, more of the strange iron coins. Alright, what's this one? Got a tutorial for something. Pick up the iron coin, throw it at the fleeing weasel, make it stop there in tracks. Stubborn weasels dig the dirt, it turns from form unseen. Key given darkly where the moving shadow screen. Let the clanging iron coins fall and halt right at its feet. A forceful claim may yet yield a bounty sweet. And to little ones have picky taste, so use what they like to tease out their trace. Hold on, what about you? Mysterious meat.
Look alive!
An aged pine cone. Alright. How much further? Oh, we found somewhere. Ooh. So shiny. We're gonna be rich. We don't need to take any more commissions from the Adventurers Guild. It's all gonna be fake money, isn't it? There's no way it's gonna be real. Another statue. Looks like not enough. If only there were a couple of special iron coins. The arrangement of the treasure vault is pretty much complete. Without the help of these little weasel friends, I have no idea how to transport so many iron coins without anyone noticing. So to commemorate this service and hard work, I'll call these little critters weasel thieves, and grant them the title of official treasure hoarders from now on. I'm just kidding. As Miss Isla knew in the afterlife that I was giving wild weasels such absurd names, she jumped right out of the pillar and Bella and beat me up. There's no way I can tell them that, unless, of course, I would write poetry in the future to fail to come up with an AR name, or if no other name would come to make them rhyme and meet our work. I have to say, Father had a real eye for hiding secret funds. The place is so well concealed that not only would it be unlikely for anyone to stumble upon it, even wild weasels would have a hard time squeezing in here without guidance. Such a pity that his foresight has only ever extended so far. Even when Rotwang used him up to the hilt, he never harbored the slightest suspicion. Rotwang, that was the name we heard at the bunker. Ultimately, the secret... Oh, this is long. Goodness gracious. Alright, well... ultimately, the secret funds he hid back then were only stolen because those two old geezers, Aurelian and Sylvester, came snooping around and coaxed the words out of me. But Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, I was only 5 years old. Two young men playing good cop and bad cop, using both carrot and stick to get a 5-year-old to talk? What normal human could come up with that? Actually, forget humans and what normal fae, djinn, seelie, specter, lost folk, phantasm, or whatever creature would ever think of this. Sacred heirs of the Frostmoon sounds indeed. What rotten and immoral behavior. Father chewed me out for 3 days afterwards. And even the petrichor vacation I took, I'd been promised, got washed out. That said, they only got, that place got washed out later too. What's more infuriating is that when I brought this up to Sylvester a while ago, he actually claimed he couldn't recall how he deceived me back then. Just that Aurelian claimed to want the children to lead better lives. I completely understand their thoughts and actions. Return all the wealth Father had plundered plundered to those poor children. It was the right thing to do. But really, did they do it right through me? Was I really the sole avenue through which a breakthrough could have been made, gentlemen? Besides, and Sylvester probably doesn't know this, the secret funds they stole, pretending to be chivalrous outlaws who robbed the rich to help the poor, were back in father's coffers in less than 3 days. Several times the original amount extorted from the other sources. Those self-important profiteers can always rake in wealth without lifting a finger, while the vassal sycophants who surround them twist it into a proof of their master's innate diligence and wisdom. No one could ever become that rich otherwise, surely. The game of robbing the rich to feed the poor only adds weight to the shackles of the impoverished. As Miss Isla's terrifyingly gloomy sister once told me, no matter how pure the water of goodwill, if it falls on the soil poison, with malice, seeds of evil are the only things that will grow. Aurelian probably realized this eventually, but his Elysium, no matter how firmly he believed it existed on Earth, remained much more far from those truly suffering in poverty. After all, how can someone who has never known a moment of kindness, someone constantly insulted and harmed, be expected to believe that they should love their neighbor and even their enemies? Neither Aurelian nor Miss Alia has ever answered that question. They were both kind people who imagined people to be better than they really were, believing that virtues and ideals could overcome the evil bred by circumstances. Unfortunately, I am a selfish nobleman, and I lack their kindness. I suspect Aurelian felt the same, after all. After all, in his eyes, there has probably only ever been one truly kind noble in this world. The things I've witnessed leave me unable to hold such idealistic confidence in the human nature. It's barely been a decade since Miss Alia's sacrifice, and those bandits who scatter like frightened birds and beasts have already begun brazenly misusing Aurelian's words to justify their atrocities against the innocent. Whether it's wandering merchants barely scraping by, or overworked laborers starving for their next meal, anyone could be branded a lackey of princes or traitor who betrays his brothers and neighbors, and therefore are ripe for the noble robbery. Those who came before overcame evil with noble ideals. Now the bandits who claim to be their successors wave the same banner, declaring that anyone who opposes them is an enemy of those noble ideals, thus embodying the very evil who was once defeated. I can send the bandits who committed atrocities in the name of Reed Miller and oppress the laboring poor of the Aya Krati, where they'll sleep for the fishes for good. In fact, I've already done so. But what about after I die? Who can guarantee that those once noble ideals won't be twisted into crimes even I can't imagine? Al-Amar could not guarantee it, Arenaise could not guarantee it, Jibalanque could not guarantee it, noble lords of Mondstadt aristocracy failed to guarantee it, nor the Frostmoon Silence can guarantee it. Until the master and some so-called master thief Reed Miller will surely fail to guarantee it. Evil comes from humanity as naturally as honey from a hive. I'm neither Aurelian nor Sylvester nor Miss Alia who enchants me, so I cannot place all my hope in human nature the way they did. I don't want the name Master Thief Reed Miller to fade into history and forgotten by all. What's more, I don't want that name and the ideals it once stood for to be twisted by future villains and reviled by the public. Hence, there's only one solution I can think of. Let these so-called ideals be buried by history. Let us smother them beneath countless contradictory, absurd, laughable, yet irresistibly stories, until every trace of meaning is worn away and only a sweeping legend remains. This way, anyone who commits evil in our name will be mistaken for serious idealists. Rather, they shall be dismissed as childish dreamers, drunk on romantic ideals. Greed always outlasts any ideals. At least that's what I believe. As long as the tale of the great treasure continues to be told, there will always be gamblers dreaming of making a fortune overnight, repeating the name of the master thief Reed Miller endlessly. Better a harmless name, one that lets the poor laugh from the heart, one that gives them just a little more courage to face tomorrow, than a banner that villains would seek to claim. If the rebels of some future age truly need a new banner, they'll find a hero who belongs to their own time. And whatever the hero's name may be, it should never be Master Thief Reed Miller. Alright, now it's quite the tale. Need 2 more of those coins. Just a bunch of iron coins. I guess iron coins aren't worth anything? I imagine you can still, sell the material itself. Okay, note number 2. I never imagined that someone would find the treasure vault just 3 weeks after I set it up. What surprised me more was that I actually recognized the person. I never thought I ran into him here. Dmitry Dubrovich Skolton, I don't know, trusted aide of the Great Duke Filipov, third-class military officer, chief instructor of the Snezhnaya Royal Military Academy. If I recall correctly, he was promoted to his position the year Aurelian enrolled, a company set cushy, lucrative position until the Conran disaster. He would even host foreign dignitaries occasionally, such as the commander-in-chief of Fontaine's Great White Armada, the great master of Monsters, Knights, and Famonius. In short, he was a real show-off. According to official records, he had long since died along his majesty the Tsar, sacrificing himself for the nation. Not that this is anything new, even the Aurelian once appeared as deceased in the records. One can always rely on the unreliability of Shashnine's civil system. What surprised me was that the old man before me seemed almost entirely different from the spirited, haughty, and overbearing officer I once remembered. I don't know what he endured, but he looked far more gaunt and aged than his years. The moment he saw me, his first instinct was to draw his sword and strike. Luckily, I reacted in time, pairing his blade with Aurelian's gauntlet and shouting his name. He froze for a moment, muttering incoherently for a while. It was as if he hadn't used human speech in ages. Finally, he forced out the first phrase, asking who I was. I spent a long time talking with the old man. He no longer remembered me, but he remembered my father's name. Of course, she had abandoned his own noble title and name long ago. Julian is said to spend the rest of his life protecting the children of the borderlands. Those homeless children wandering through the wastelands. At first, I thought he built a shelter. I didn't realize the children had never even seen him. He slew the wicked villains who sought to harm them, out of their sight, as the way he did it. What naturally happened to Conria, and how he hoped he end up in Nod Krai, he refused to say. Naturally, I didn't press further. The old man had absolutely no interest in treasure. He hadn't even heard of the rumors I spread out the great treasure. He simply felt that something was off with this place, suspected it was a slaver's camp, and followed his instincts, stormed his way with the intention of taking me out on the spot. After I finished explaining the thought process behind the treasure vault, the old man fell silent for a moment. He said that if the student had proposed such a ridiculous scheme back when he was chief instructor, he would have thrown it straight back at him and ordered them to start over. As for now, he didn't finish speaking, simply leaving in silence. The old man's right. If someone else were to stumble here in the same way, guided by nothing but sharp instincts, then this entire plan would be pointless. I need a way to make this place nearly impossible to find, yet draw people toward more attainable goals. I've got an idea, but first I need to talk to Alia and see if she's willing to help me. She probably would. After all, I'm turning the story of Master Thief Reed Miller into the Prupu Cognoscenti, at least that's what I'll call it for now. It would also serve as a tribute to Miss Alia. Weasels? 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 Coins? We choose just higher on all the coins, but putting these two was digging will take forever. I need one more coin, don't I? Way over there? Okay. Hey!
Buckle up!
You poor love.
Our bond is strong!
Surge.
Quite rude to sneak up on people like that.
You asked for it. Let's get it on!
Hey! Back off. Number 5. Here we go. Statue number 2. Ooh. A boat. There's ship under all that. It's weird, we saw before, must have been fast. But why a ship? I mean, who cares? The great treasure must be aboard.
They call this a pleasant surprise,
Not
right?
quite too much. Now one of the seals, though. Number 3. Rumors of proof of Constantine has been spread. Once people knew that the key exists, they won't go out of their way to find alternate means of entry. All I have to do now is fabricate a few tales of a treasure hunters who tried to take shortcuts but came out empty-handed. Then spread them under the name of the Brauchi the Bard and Grand Duke Trubeskoi. That must have been more than enough to convince the future generations of necessity of seeking to prove a cognoscenti. Like his greedy father, the new Grand Duke Trubesky heard rumors of the treasure and schemed to seize even the gifts of the Master Thief had left for the poor. And what magnificent treasure it was! More splendid than the gold of Hisi, more dazzling than silver Kitsgard. Even the flesh of the blood and the Lord of the Geo could scarcely measure its worth. Such was the vast hoard of the iron coins that Master Thief left behind, wealth enough to shake the entire economy of the northern lands. Wait, that's not right. If I were to list the treasure's contents outright, simple would lose interest. Such was the treasure that the Master Thief left behind, wealth enough to shake the very economy of the northern lands. Even a bard with such nimble lips and silver tongue as I could scarcely recount it in full. Alright, that'll do. And lastly, I'll spin something about how the new Grand Duke Trubowski was epically bested by the Master Thief's companion, a booty known as Wagtail. As long as it's written in a sufficiently dashing manner, I'm sure Miss Ollie would mind. Look, it mentions Braki over there. Looks like she was one who made these records. So iron coins were really the currency back in the day. That means that the mountains of these things would have been called a great treasure. And only coming a few hundred years ago, we'd be rich, but iron coins aren't worth much more these days. They say value lies in scarcity. Exactly. So if we can find this prototype iron coins he wrote out, collectors are sure to go crazy for it. Probably bets we can get a pretty penny for that one. Too bad we don't know where it's buried. We're really supposed to dig up the whole place by ourselves. We'll be getting dressed down for the Black Barrel Hag if we don't. Oh yeah, you're right. We must have let her get the wrong side of her. You might be able to handle our attacks, but Pam will be sent as far and fly away. And speaking of the Black Barrel Hag, now that Pam has seen Brachi's notes and all the iron coins, she finally understands why the old lady wants to bring back the good old days. To her, those days must have been the real Elysium. Pam thinks we've been living in a pretty wonderful time too. You and Paimon and all the friends we met on the journey. This is our golden age. That's probably how Tolfin feels as well. He chooses not to share the full history of the treasure hoarders with us because he didn't want it to bear the weight of expectation. Looks like the adventure ends here. Getting all 5 proof cognoscenti wasn't easy, and Pound knows it was far from a fruitless journey, but she still can't help feeling a little disappointed. By the way, what did you think of the ship here? I guess shaking under the weight of all the greed it cannot bear. It'll be risky to sail with all those heavy coins on board. Even if they didn't sink, they might get robbed. And the treasure hoard, but this is a treasure hoard ship, so they're not usually the ones who need to be scared. It's just a shame. Even though the ship is 100 years old, it looks like it's almost new. Traveling would be so much easier if we had a big boat as big as this, don't you think? I can be the captain, and Pound will be my first crewmate. Aye, aye, Captain Traveler. Tying the jib to the mizzenmats and raising the port side anchor to the low line, Captain. How convincing is Pound the chief mateiness? Come on, take the helm. Let's sail. You're just saying random pirate words together. None of that meant anything. Before I do that... Nothing over here? Nah. Right. It is in miraculous condition despite being crushed under the tons of coins that are now attached to the ceiling. Goodness, if that all came down, we'd be done for. Bounty Island, she stepped up ahead. Nothing about it looks particularly special from here, though. Rayla, I'm still not too happy about this. I mean, the treasure here has been marked by the governor, if we take it. Don't worry, we still have a few more days before the drill's over, and by the time the governor notices, we'll already be in Sneznogard. No one will think of come after us. That's what I'm talking about. What if he ends up being the hook for telling us where the treasure is? Who? Or do you mean that Brocky kid? What do you care? He's had his fair share stuff, and I haven't? What are you talking about? You and that kid are nothing alike. If you're on the same size as him, you wouldn't. Ah, don't worry about him. He'll be fine. He might be adopted, but he's still the governor's son. Besides, he's young. No one's gonna give him any trouble. I hope you're right. So this is what the bounty item looks like. I guess it really does live up to the name. What are we gonna do with the loot? Same as usual, though we're gonna take it back to Snezzelgard. Why not give it to the kids in the streets? I ran into them a few days ago while on the patrol. The kid was on a couch shell that struck me as a smart one. Don't know what to do with this treasure, and who's best to share with? Suits me, let's do it your way. But compared to the treasure on display in the governor's palace, these little trinkets are hardly even worth the bother. Even the backwater like this, these arrogant fools still indulge in outrageous extravagance. The shiny facade can't hide the fact that they're already rotten to the core. Have you seen it yet? The place is no different from Snezzelgrad. Are we really supposed to fight to protect the people like this? Protect those who have no quarrel with? The unseen, the downtrodden, the despised? I understand your anger, but there's not much we can do. Not much we can do right now, but sooner or later, we have to upturn the status quo. To weed out the corruption and stem, I must rise to the top, by any means necessary. I'll count myself lucky to have ended up fighting myself by your side, Sylvie, but I often find myself looking back to where I came from. It's a place that my brothers and sisters remain, where they continue to endure hardships that they could never had to bear. Tell me, those innocent souls, were they born to suffer like this? If it's the law that's causing the suffering, shall I rewrite the law? And if that's the corrupt nobles, then I shall purge them from their ranks. One day I'll raise Elysium that belongs on this land, a land that has always belonged to us. I believe in you, Rayla. I know you can accomplish your dream. Let's not cop on that now. Even thieves have their code, so leave it behind. That way the governor will know who took the treasure. It's a pity I didn't get to see his reaction myself. That would be a sight to behold. Huh? What just happened? We found a treasure hoarder ship under the pile of iron coins, but then he took the helm. After that, I felt like a dream, and somehow we ended up here. Those two, they mentioned something called someone called Brahi. Either way, either it's a crazy coincidence, or they really must have been from a long time ago. At the very least, we know we have the connection to the place. And yeah, and from what they were saying, there was once someone's treasure buried here. Even though they made off with it, it seems like they left something else in its place. It's been long, but who knows if it's already been dug up by now. Let's see if we can find it. Can't have to look. If Power runs quickly, it should be around here. Oh, Power Wait's still here. Why didn't the government come collect it? This is what they left here? Isn't this? I don't understand. Let's ask Dolphin about it. Oh, Power almost forgot. We tell him about the great treasures too.
Did they run from home too?
Yet another seal. I think I've gotten all three of them, all of them now. Where are they? Yep, 3. I need one more for the this one. This has been fun. Fun little journey. Visit Traveler in Paimon. Have you two found the great treasure already? If we need a pile of old iron coins... We left those iron coins where we found them. Well, actually, they're on the top now. I need to take a drink from what I was reading. For some reason, they left behind some Raven insignia. Seems that the Earth remembers them far more than we could ever imagine. As a storyteller, I can't help but feel humbled by that. After all, human life is fleeting, and oral history is prone to errors. Some stories may even be lost forever, yet the Earth's memory no doubt remains true. I think it could only have been Aurelian who left that Raven insignia. You may be more familiar with the other name of one of the other names of Reed Miller. Huh? You mean the legendary thief Reed Miller? I never would have guessed that by looking at him. From what you described, the things you saw almost certainly happened before the treasure hoards were ever founded, even formed. It said that back then, he likely played the role of a heroic thief who was his military academy buddies, stealing from the rich and helping the poor. In fact, the Raven insignia was derived from the family crest of his noble-born academy classmate. But it's all in the past, so I shouldn't bore you with details. Anyway, seeing as our fates appear to be intertwined, how about you two take the Raven insignia as keepsakes? And accepting it doesn't automatically make me the treasure hoarder's heir, does it? Huh, there's no need to worry. Like I said, the golden age of treasure hoarders is over. However, there is still one slight problem. My stubborn grandmother seems to have taken a liking to you. If you're ever asked to be for a friendly sparring match, don't turn it down, and don't pull your own punches either. She's so much stronger than a regular old lady. We couldn't even dream of doing anything but pummeling her with everything we've got. Well, the great treasure hoarders east of the moon, west of the sun has been claimed by a pair of remarkable adventurers, and this performance, too, has come to its close. Allow me to play you a tune to express my wish that every step of your journey will be filled with mystery, and every path may bring you jubilation. And so ends the Approval Cognoscenti quest line. How nice. I didn't expect the first quest to lead into the Cognoscenti, but that was cool and fun. But that was fun. I probably also got that one last boss to fight whenever I want. Let's see, how about we jump back here, see if we can make any more progress on this. From those quest lines, do we have any more? Level 4. Late night the first night, and wind-stirred ripples. What's that? Oh, we're doing this again? Okay. Huh? Any more zeros? Dun 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 dun.
Whoops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again.
Huh.
Whoops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again.
There we go. A big bird. Looks lovely.
Building my mage's lodge was quite a reward. There is actually a very simple reason for it. Not that I'm looking, and that is what.
Alright, guess we'll be building more statues to more we level up her rank. I guess we'll stop by this one too, since it's nearby. Indeed, level 4. Tower Inversion. Let's see, where to go. Well, since we finished the first one, we can now take on the tower. Our next world quest. Prelude to the Night Vigil. Tower Inversion. Here we go. Actually, before we do that, why don't I go ahead and see if we can get any materials for a Columbina here. This will be my first time fighting the Doctor. Doctor, like this. Let's see how we do. How difficult will it be from the boss story of the fight?
Look
With
alive!
the marrow of the 3 moons in my hand, behold the false moons fall! Be shackled!
By the frost moon of old.
Out of my way! Dissipate! 3 moons converge. Wane.
Moons red.
Oh boy.
Gloves off!
And to prepare this world to clear the effect. Okay. Okay. Huh.
Forest?
Our bond is strong.
This is complex for a farming boss.
Let's get it on!
Leave this place.
Dissipate!
I'm supposed to do this every time I need to farm them?
Forest?
Be shackled!
Dun, dun, dun.
Found you!
Buckle up!
Leaving opening.
Ah,
Entry. Excellent! You barely managed to touch my level.
again. I just got out of here.
Look alive!
Stand with me. Surge.
Let's get it on! Hi!
You poor
Dissipate.
Buckle up!
You cannot face me.
for the everlasting forest.
That's punishment.
Our bond is strong.
Hey.
Behold the false moons fall!
There's something interesting boss fight to farm on repeat. Get through a lot slower than the last one.
Look alive!
Entry.
Forest?
Wane.
Stop again.
You asked for it!
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's get it on!
Ah,
You poor
Surge.
I guess it just is. I want to fight him more directly, not have to fight his dang clones or summons like this.
So you'd rather wallow in this rotten, decaying world?
Well, at least we got one of the pieces we need.